Our ability to walk, bicycle, drive, carpool, or ride a bus is a major part of our daily lives. Think about the trips you make when you leave home. You are using part of our regional transportation system. From your driveway to your destination, you may use multiple ways to make your trip. For the 2 million people who call this area home, our regional transportation system has to work to keep people moving. We all depend on our transportation network. From city streets to interstate highways, from bike paths to bus systems, from sidewalks to rail lines, keeping our region moving is the cornerstone of keeping our economy thriving and growing. But new projects and new improvements can't happen overnight. It is common for major transportation projects to take 7 to 10 years to be completed. This is due to the required planning, environmental studies, and construction time. An effective planning process is essential to the development of our long-range, multimodal transportation network. The Alamo Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, leads this important planning process for our community, working with our partners across the region. Over the next few minutes, we'll explain how the MPO accomplishes this important mission as we plan to keep you moving. MPOs were created in 1962 as part of the Federal Aid Highway Act and are found in urbanized areas with a population of over 50,000 people. MPOs ensure that existing and future funds for transportation projects and programs are based on a comprehensive, cooperative, and continuous transportation planning process. Today, there are approximately 400 MPOs across the country. MPOs are important in that we help ensure that limited federal funding and other transportation funds are invested appropriately, that planning reflects our region's vision for the future, that such planning is done in such a way to be comprehensive, and we help facilitate the collaboration of governments, interested parties, and residents in the planning process. With the MPO, elected officials, agencies, and the public work together to develop plans and programs that look at all modes of transportation across the region. The Transportation Policy Board leads the Alamo Area MPO. The Transportation Policy Board is made up of 21 elected and appointed officials from across our region. The board oversees the planning process conducted by the MPO staff and our partner agencies. The board decides how hundreds of millions of dollars of federal and state funds will be invested annually in our regional transportation system. We also have a technical advisory committee that makes technical, planning, and funding recommendations to support the Transportation Policy Board. The Technical Advisory Committee also helps oversee other specialized committees that provide advice in the planning process, including the Bicycle Mobility and Pedestrian Mobility Advisory Committees. The Alamo Area MPO's boundary covers all of Bexar, Comal, Guadalupe, and a portion of Kendall counties. Our area includes a population of almost 2 million people traveling over 50 million miles per day on our over 10,000 miles of roadway. We place a special emphasis on providing equal access to a variety of transportation choices and inclusion of the public in the transportation planning process. The MPO is responsible for developing a 25-year, long-range, multimodal transportation plan, also known as a Metropolitan Transportation Plan, or MTP. To develop this plan, we forecast future population, employment, and travel patterns that are anticipated to occur in the next 25 years. Together, these factors help identify potentially congested corridors where future transportation projects may be needed. The MTP is required to be updated every 5 years and can be amended on a quarterly basis. We are also responsible for developing a short-range transportation improvement program called the TIP. The TIP lists projects that we anticipate going to construction within the next 4 years. The TIP is updated every 2 years and can be amended quarterly. Both the long and short-range transportation plans only list projects for which funding is reasonably expected. Aside from these plans, there are many other planning studies we undertake with our partner agencies to help improve corridors and solve local transportation problems across the region. With all of our studies and plans, we need the community to be engaged and involved. Your input is crucial to helping with these efforts. We have the same challenges many growing areas across the country experience. Traffic congestion causes many more crashes and contributes to our community's air pollution problems. Every year, traffic congestion costs us over $500 million in wasted time and gas while idling in stop-and-go traffic. With our strong regional economy also comes an influx of new residents. In our long-range plan, we anticipate, based on the growth we have seen historically, that an additional 1.5 million people will be living in our region by 2040. This growth also means an additional million more vehicles will be traveling on our roadways. Tens of billions of dollars in transportation investments are needed to help keep us all moving. But with limited funding and increased costs for projects, we know we can't build our way out of congestion. We have to work together, finding projects that can help our entire region with targeted funding and investments. It is these challenges that make the MPO and the work we undertake each day with our partner agencies so essential to helping our communities. It takes a detailed and coordinated approach to keep our region moving. We are committed to supporting a multimodal transportation system that provides our community with choices in how to move people, goods, and services. But we can't do this alone. We need your help, your perspective, and your input. Your involvement is critical to making good transportation decisions, and we need to hear from you and what you want for our future transportation system. All of our meetings are open to the public, from our Transportation Policy Board to the Technical Advisory Committee to the subcommittees made up of concerned, passionate citizens. We host activities throughout the year that we would love to see you at, including our walk and roll events, walkable community workshops, and other public meetings held all over our community. We invite you to contact us by email, visit us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, watch other videos like this on our YouTube channel, send us a letter in the mail at the address shown on the screen, or call us to visit our offices during work hours. Together, we can make our community a better place to live, work, and play. The Alamo Area MPO. We plan to keep you moving.